In 1998, the geopolitical map was drawn by a very specific rule. A handful of superpowers held a strict monopoly on the world's nuclear weapons. India had conducted a single nuclear explosion in 1974, but the international community refused to recognize them as a legitimate nuclear state. This left the country geographically wedged between heavily armed neighbors without a recognized deterrent. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee decided the ambiguity had to end. His administration concluded it was time for India to openly declare its nuclear capabilities on the world stage. The plan, codenamed Operation Shakti, required conducting a series of fully underground nuclear tests. They needed to provide indisputable physical proof of their military capacity. To Vajpayee's government, an active, undeniable nuclear deterrent was the only reliable mechanism to guarantee their own national sovereignty. But executing this plan meant evading a multi-billion-dollar obstacle overhead. A network of advanced foreign spy satellites maintained near-constant surveillance over the globe. These systems were operating with terrifying precision. They could scan the Rajasthan desert and detect something as small as an unrecognized military truck moving out of place. If U.S. intelligence or any other foreign power caught wind of the test preparations, the reaction would be immediate. Overwhelming diplomatic and economic pressure would descend to crush the mission before a single device could be armed. At Pokhran, the physics of the weapon were only half the battle. Success required outmaneuvering a global surveillance net that saw almost everything else. The orchestration of this stealth mission fell to a tight-knit group of scientists and military leaders, heavily guided by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. They set their sights on Pokhran, a remote, barren stretch of the Rajasthan desert. The total lack of cover made hiding a massive military operation physically difficult. Instead of trying to block the cameras, the scientific team turned to orbital mechanics. They mapped the trajectories of every foreign spy satellite, seeking temporal blind spots where the desert was completely unobserved. Those tight windows dictated everything. Teams maneuvered heavy equipment strictly during these gaps, and by morning, every piece of evidence was camouflaged. By weaponizing patience and mapping out the literal rhythm of the surveillance grid overhead, they concealed a colossal operation in plain sight. The climax arrived on May 11, 1998. Down in the shafts, the weapons were armed. Above them, foreign intelligence agencies remained completely oblivious to what was about to happen. 3 simultaneous underground nuclear devices were successfully detonated, sending massive shockwaves violently ripping through the deep bedrock of the desert. The force of the blasts hollowed out the desert floor, pulling the surface inward to create